So I used to watch Stradman videos and see all the boxes of car parts that he had in his house. And well, now I'm literally Stradman Part 2. There's just so much car stuff, as well as the bucket seats for the Mustang, which I do have the brackets for. Upcoming video for that soon. But today's video is the much anticipated GT350 bumper video. Of course, as you guys can see, we've got all this space cleared out. Ooh, and the ring light set up. We're gonna go ahead and back the Mustang up, get it in here, and finally start test fitting the GT350 rear bumper on the Mustang, because of course, if you're new to the channel, this is probably like my most popular video series, is the Mustang GT350 bumper retrofit, because the one I got was all disgusting. I had to do a bunch of fiberglass work, so not sure what's gonna happen with the rear bumper. I'm pretty sure I might be the first YouTuber to do the rear bumper. I'm pretty sure I was the first to do the first one. Not that that's like a flex, I didn't see anybody else do it before me, so I'm not really sure what to expect, but I do have some experience from doing this bumper on the front of the Mustang, so it should be fun. I'm also getting a bit of a late start today because it's just been so hot this summer. Like today it was about 95 degrees outside, and I came out here a little earlier and it was just way too hot in the garage. And of course it's still really hot. I'm kind of sweating, but we're gonna go ahead and get this started now because it's starting to cool off just a little bit, and it's just gonna continue to cool off. So I'm gonna go ahead, hop in, start this baby up, flip her around because hopefully it'll fit. As you guys can see, I've got the Porsche moved over. I'm pretty sure I'll be able to back the Mustang in, but it's gonna be close. If you look over here, this is my garage door line, and the Porsche is still in front of it a little bit, but I think if I angle just slightly, I should be able to squeeze this Mustang's big booty into here. It's gonna be damn close, but I think it's gonna fit. I think it should be good. I don't think this has come off the car since I installed it, but these diffusers are freaking awesome. If you guys aren't familiar, these are made by a guy on Instagram named Brandon66Polar. They're just super awesome diffusers. I actually don't think this is gonna work on the new bumper, so I might be giving that away, but I'm not sure yet, but maybe. So that was a little bit unorthodox, but basically these tires have such a large sidewall and they're so much bigger than my old tires that I just couldn't even get to these two bolts that are inside the wheel well. I know I could have raised it up and taken the wheels off and everything like that, but I'm just trying to get the bumper off. I didn't really think that was necessary. I also raised it up just a little bit, just to make that a little bit easier. Dang, I don't know, boys. Maybe I should just roll around with no rear bumper and just get like a bash bar. You can see the meat sticking out. No, but in all seriousness, I'm gonna move this out of here and get the new bumper in here. I think instead of trying to just pull this box out there, I'm just gonna open it in here and then carry it out because, well, this box is big and long and awkward. It's actually not that heavy, but I've crammed it through that door so many times, and I think it'd just be easier to just grab the bumper. How do I always get myself into these situations? What the heck am I doing? Alright, game plan. I'll get back with you guys in just a sec. It's not my place to trash talk anybody or any company, but if this is a product that I'm paying for, I'm just gonna tell you guys how it is. This thing does not fit. Well, like, it does. Like, it was designed and molded to fit, but it just, the quality, like Duraflex or Extreme Dimensions, whatever you guys want to say, like, you guys are dope for creating these types of things for people like me that want to do custom stuff, but like, the template I'm starting with is terrible. So we're just gonna go over it for a little bit, and then I'm gonna tell you guys what my game plan is to make this thing work. So, right out of the gate, the thing like slopes down. It's almost got like this half pipe at the top, and then there's a slight bulge right there, right in the middle. But there's a gap between the trunk lid and the bumper. So I'm gonna have to like build some custom fiberglass lip on the end of the existing bumper to make it fill in that gap. So that's dandy. Right now, I'm pretty sure that the bumper is centered. It's damn close if it's not perfectly centered. And as you can see, it's not wide enough. Look at this. The bumper sloops up, and then the quarter panel is like this is too narrow. It's hitting the taillight. And of course, it's doing that on both sides. I will say, at least it's symmetrical, because that means that I can sand pretty much the same amount on both sides and get this out of here. But that is extremely frustrating for a number of reasons. One, I can't even get it on there to see how much fiberglass I'm gonna need to add to the middle part. And two, like that just means I'm gonna have to recreate this body line right here that's going down. And you know, it's like you would think that if they were making a bumper, they could have molded it a little bit better. Moving on to the sides, I just like, what the heck is this? I have no idea how that is supposed to fit into this nice little like crack. If you look at the stock bumper, it has all these nice little holes, and it's this thin little piece of plastic that squeezes right in. This is literally just like goops of fiberglass. Like, what the heck is that? And of course over here, same story, just globs of fiberglass, so that's gonna need to get sanded down or something. I'm not even sure. I might not even use these mounting points because thankfully the bumper comes with a lot of excess fiberglass on the inside of the wheel well. Right here, like there's a big flat section, so I might actually just create some mounts on the inside of the wheel well to add on to those two screws that you guys saw me pull out earlier. So I'll have these two screws and then have some sort of bracket that comes down from the inside of there. But as far as mounting this on, I think the bracketry is going to be a lot more in depth than what it was with the front bumper. Because if you guys remember the front bumper, I was able to use stock brackets and everything. I had to drill holes and everything like that, but mounting it onto the car was pretty easy. The only problems were there were just like holes that I needed to fill in with fiberglass, and I had to redo a couple body lines. But I thought that this wasn't gonna be as bad as far as the molding and everything went, but I think it's gonna be a lot more work. Like this whole lip, like this, all this needs to come up to the taillights, and it needs to be in a perfectly straight line with the bottom of the trunk lid, and it's just, it's gonna end up being a freaking Mona Lisa of a bumper, okay? Like this is gonna be so much molding. I'm not saying I'm backing down, I'm doing it, but it's gonna be a lot. So I hope you guys are looking forward to like a big long series with this bumper, because it's a lot more than I anticipated. All of that being said, I'm still happy with the overall build quality of it, because the front bumper had a bunch of like holes in places that were like there shouldn't have been holes, but this thing, like even though it's not quite wide enough at the mounting points up there, it's super symmetrical. Like look at the exhaust. That's dope. And of course, this car is getting quad tips, so I'll be able to fill in those gaps with new exhaust pieces. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I'll say that, it's gonna be interesting. I'm back to just having an absolute shit box just posted up in the driveway. Oh gosh, well I guess that makes two shit boxes posted up in the driveway now. Also, there's a new neighbor girl that moved in with my neighbors, so it's Kaylee, Jordan, and Morgan, that's her name. She's got a Dodge Charger, so you know we gotta race her at some point, although I think it's a V6. Honestly, having been working with these bumpers and with Duraflex as a whole for like a while now, I'm kind of thinking like, I wish that they would just increase the cost of their bumpers just by a little bit to increase the quality, because at the price point that they're charging, which isn't that much, these bumpers are usually between like $300 and $500. For them to produce them and sell them at that cost, they just have to cut so many corners, and I feel like these bumpers could be such higher quality if they would just charge a little bit more, because honestly, it's worth the money to have a bumper that will actually fit the car. So I don't know what's going on with Extreme Dimensions or Duraflex, or I'm pretty sure Duraflex is owned by Extreme Dimensions. So I don't know what's going on with their R&D, But if somebody from Duraflex or Extreme Dimensions watches this, yeah, this is gonna be a pain. It's gonna be hard. Like, I'm not holding anything back. Like, I'm gonna show exactly what it takes to make that bumper fit on that car. But just for future reference, if you guys are going to continue to produce these, increasing the quality just a little bit is worth the money to most people. The difference between a $500 bumper and a $700 bumper, where the $700 bumper has all the bells and whistles and things that it would need to just fit, or at least fit a bit easier. You know, maybe it's not the best finish and you might have to sand it a little bit before you paint it, but just there's things that companies can do to increase the quality on these parts. So I'm not sure what's going on their end, but either way, there's a lot of content coming for this build setup. And as for the rest of the body kit, I still need the side skirts and the fenders. I haven't bought them just yet because I'm trying to decide what wrap I'm gonna do on the car next. So the fenders will be coming soon. And as for the front, these turn signals have got to go. They suck. They're cheap Amazon crap. Like they worked well in the time that I needed them because I just needed a turn signal on there. But I'm thinking I'm gonna figure out how to retrofit some S550 sequential ones on there to kind of match the whole S550 thing we got going on. But yeah, more to come with that soon. I'm pretty sure I found the lights that'll work with that and they should be on their way. So in the midst of the rear bumper videos and stuff, we are gonna have some more front bumper things going on. And I'm also gonna fix this crack in the hood that was like that when I bought the car, and it needs to go. I need this car to look a lot better, especially if we're gonna wrap it. It needs a lot of work. And for those of you wondering about the 944, I'll give you guys a brief engine update before I wrap this video up. I did some work on the engine off camera just because the engine videos were starting to get a little bit monotonous. I know it's not really for everybody, and honestly, it was just getting to a point where I wasn't really enjoying making the videos about it. So I just went ahead and did a little bit of extra work to get this engine like as close to ready as I can with everything I've got. So right now, all the components are back onto the 944 engine. Got the oil cooler, intake manifold, engine mounts, all the coolant inlets and outlet pipes and all that good stuff. It's all back on there. So now I'm just waiting on injectors, spark plugs, wires, and then I think I'll pretty much be ready to put it back in the car. But of course, I wanted to go ahead and do the body kit on the Mustang because I didn't want to delay this anymore, especially because I made the video talking about the rear bumper and I already revealed it, and that was like a month ago now. Just time is starting to slip away from me, so I want to go ahead and get the rear bumper done, like definitely before the end of the summer. I want to get it done in the next couple weeks and just get it mounted on and get it looking okay, and then we'll get the wrap going. And then once the Mustang is like complete with the next phase of the looks, then we'll get the Porsche back in here. I also need to just do more research on that because I'm pretty sure I need to pull the transmission out to get the engine back in. I know some people don't pull the trans out, but I've also heard that it's like next to impossible to get the engine back in at the angle that you need to because of the way that the input shaft is and all that good stuff. All right, guys, so I just finished editing today's video and I finally got a minute I can chill. I got another game for the Switch. So before, all I had was Mario Kart 8, but now we've got Skyrim 2. So I've been doing another playthrough of Skyrim. If you guys play the Switch, leave some comments down below of what games I should get. I think the next game is probably going to be Smash Bros, just so I can spank some of you guys, because you guys have been challenging me on Instagram and I'm not having it. I'm gonna kick your butts, okay? If you made it this far in the video, I really appreciate it. Be sure to give this video a big thumbs up. Really helps out the channel when you guys do that. And if you're new, you might as well subscribe because obviously you clicked on this video because you were curious. So if you want to see the rest of this build, subscribe, join the fam. We're almost to 2,500. At the time I'm recording this, it's at 2,492 or 3. So we're almost there. It might happen tomorrow. So thank you guys so much for 2,500 subs if I don't make like a special video about it. I'm sure I'll talk about it, but pretty much thank you guys for 2,500 subs. This channel has grown so much this year. I think I hit 1,000 in December. And now we've more than doubled that, and it's just August now. So really looking forward to seeing how things are gonna go for the rest of the year. And I think I'm gonna do Vlogmas again this Christmas, and I'm gonna try to kind of optimize my recording and editing so that way I'm not just pulling all-nighters like it was last year. It's pretty tough. I honestly have so much respect for dudes that daily vlog on YouTube because it's just, like, it takes time to edit. Granted, like, I had to go run some errands after I did the bumper video earlier today, but like, it just takes time. But I digress. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out and dream big.